Yes, I've explained the story of Buddha Sothorn or Luang Phor Sothorn on this channel before, but let's explain it again today. So the story is very simple. The known story is that there was a village, a place, and these statues floated by in the water, and one of them stopped at this village. And then someone from shore managed to get the statue and bring it on shore, and it became enshrined as a statue of Buddha called Luang Por Sothorn in Thailand, right? And this is the same Buddha that you see, for example, in all the Thai amulets, most of the Thai amulets, Buddha Sothorn. So there are different forms of Buddha in Thailand that you see in the amulets. And what people don't know is the story before the river. So what happens is they came from upriver, these statues. And upriver, what happens is there was another village. And one day these demons came from far lands, these demonic beings. There were 3 of them. And they came to this village. And they terrorized the village. They terrorized the land. This is upriver of where they floated down to eventually. And these demons terrorized the land, and inside the village, upstream, there was a man of wisdom. And the man of wisdom, who happened to be an avatar of Shiva, because Shiva was acting, I was acting at this time, moving in ethereal avatars in creation. So what happens is we created 3 beautiful statues of Buddha in this village. The most beautiful of the land. And what we did is the avatar Shiva, the elder of the village, invited the 3 demons to the beach, right, to the side of the water where the statues were. And the 3 demons were amazed because they were beautiful statues, the most beautiful, and they could put themselves on the statue and desecrate the statues of Buddha, right? Because these are demons, 3 demons. Humans who used to be humans but became demons, right? Because humans can become demons. And these demons, well, they were convinced by the elder to enter into the statue as an ultimate desecration of the statue, to reside within the statue. And the minute that these demons went to go try out residing in the statue to desecrate the Buddha, the avatar of Shiva, right, who no one knew was an avatar of Shiva, right, used his magic and trapped them within the 3 statues. So then what happens is they put the statues on the river, and the statues went downriver. And they went to different villages, these statues. Well, one of them was Luang Por Sothorn, okay, and you can look up the form of that statue. And the statue went and snagged basically in front of the water. And another old elder, a monk, a visiting monk in that village came by because there was a little commotion, people seeing the statue in the water, right? The one that had stopped there in front of that village, Luang Por Sothorn. And that visiting monk was also the avatar of Shiva, which traveled from the first village to the other village to come receive, but in a different body, the statue. And the avatar Shiva, once again, this time what he did is he got a young boy to go swim to the statue and put a rope on the statue, and then the avatar Shiva used the rope to communicate with the being in the statue, to convince it, to charm it, essentially a form of rope charming, to charm the demon, right? And to turn the demon into a force of good instead, that would protect the village instead. So to redeem the demon and to give the demon a chance of redemption itself. And that was a drought demon, okay? That specific demon. The other 2 demons, the other brothers, were different types of demons, okay? And the demon let itself be pulled in the statue to the earth, to the ground, and they built the city, and the city grew around Luang Por Sothorn, the temple, the statue that gave blessings to all of those who came to it, because as a demon of drought, it can also do the opposite: wealth, prosperity, and protection, and bringing things to it, also building around it. So it became a central part of Thailand and Thailand culture and story, where that demon, through the grace of the Buddha, through the grace of Shiva, right, was transformed into a deity of Buddhism, where he had been once just a fallen demon. And that is actually a conversion in a way. Not the conversion is maybe not the right word, but bringing evil back to the side of the Buddhism, back to the Buddha, back to the Dharma, the conquering of the Dharma conquering evil, and evil joining the side of the Buddha, right? Joining the forces of Dharma, even if they were evil before, right? Because they see the truth of the Dharma. So Luang Por Sothorn became a very powerful entity, and there are statues and amulets of him, and monks do processes to empower certain abilities in these amulets, and they can have different amounts of boons per amulet, and they are dependent on the base factors of understanding of these monks, of Luang Por Sothorn's abilities and the power of the monks. So what they do is the monks will take ropes and connect all together and connect all their processes together and direct their energy into certain things, right? So these things are done. So Luang Por Sothorn started off as a human, ended up as a demon, a fallen demon, was saved by Shiva and went back to Buddhism, to the Buddha, to the Dharma, and is still within the original statue of Luang Por Sothorn that was pulled from the water, the Drought demon, who is now a deity of the Dharma and no longer a demon, because he was turned into a deity by Shiva, by the Buddha. Right? So Luang Por Sothorn. Now the other two statues, those two statues stayed evil. So there still had demons within them. And you don't want to activate those demons. You just want to let them rest and just stay there trapped within those statues, because that was the purpose of trapping them. The one that was redeemed was Luang Por Sothorn. And the other two, well, they're just like statues of Buddha with a demon that's stuck within them, but that doesn't have the power to do anything outside of that. They're just stuck within those statues, the other two of the three. And the Luang Por Sothorn is now on the force of good and is now actually a personal bodyguard and protector of the avatar of God. So that is why Shiva put all that attention into him as well, to bring him to the force of the Dharma, so that he could be a protector of Shiva's avatar when Shiva would come in flesh, not just in a holographic form like he did in those instances. So these are the stories, and there are other stories of Luang Por Sothorn, and many more will be told.